So it's a little late, but I started recording.
Okay. Most people won't need to know how to install Homebrew. I don't know if do we have more Mac users or more Windows users?
I have a feeling we have more Mac users.
Okay. Then it may be important to learn Homebrew.
Right.
Or at least the very basics, because I only know I just know brew install and then whatever I need. That's pretty much all I know.
Sounds about right.
You only need to know so much. Does Activity Monitor show network activity or CPU activity?
So if you search for Activity Monitor using the command space, there you go. That's it. That first one, you can just hit enter on it, and it will show you what's going on your computer.
Okay. This is moving awfully slow.
Yeah, it does seem to be moving really slow still.
Well, but I am seeing the current process change in the upper portion of the terminal.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably just taking a while.
I mean, Xcode command line tools and Xcode things are notoriously bloated in size. Yeah, so it looks like Brew is using a lot of your CPU. But see the installer? It looks like the installer has started back up again. Can you close out of that installer? Down there, it has the circle with the arrow pointed down.
Oh, okay.
Can you just control click and kill it?
Is it control click or command click?
That's control.
Okay.
Control is for your right click.
Okay.
Unless you have you can use right click on your mouse too. I just don't know if you're using an Apple mouse, which doesn't have one.
It's an Apple mouse. It's a wireless one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you'll have to use control click to do that because you don't have a right click on there. Yeah, so it just looks like Xcode is taking a ridiculous amount of time.
Should I close like the internet app still? Or?
If you do that, you'll lose us because we're on Safari at the moment. I almost told you to do that, and then I was like, wait a minute, she can't do that.
Am I supposed to hit enter? The command line?
I don't think so. I think it's still working.
No, it's still working.
Yeah, it's still doing stuff. It just these tools that you need on a Mac are they take up a lot of space.
Yikes.
So here's an activity that you can do while we're waiting for this, is you can go back to your browser. Go back to that brew.shell window.
This one.
Yes, instead of brew.shell, you're going to go to github.com. Oh, look at that. You've already signed up. That's awesome. So let me go ahead and add you to this repository, and then you can create a fork.
Okay.
And that's another program you should download is Fork.
I think I got that one up here.
Okay, just not on your bottom toolbar. So you might want to add it to your bottom toolbar if you already have it. Just command space and look for it.
Fork.
No, it doesn't look like you do have it, so you have to look it up on the.
Okay. This is funny.
Would you look up get fork?
You said get fork?
Like GIT fork, so that it knows that because fork is a generic term, so it may return a bunch of stuff if you just search fork.
Oh my god, I can't type.
No one can type if someone's watching them.
Right. This one?
I believe so. Yes.
Dang it, bud. Oh, sorry. I was unmuted.
That's okay. We're not offended by you kissing your children goodnight.
Okay. I'm glad.
I'm offended. Don't do that anymore.
Wow. Okay.
Then you go download for Mac. It says it costs $50. It doesn't. I've had it for like 2 years now. They just really want you to pay that, but you don't have to. They let you use it for free forever. It's
But
more
if
like
you
a
want to pay
donation.
for soft, yeah, like if you use it and it's good, then maybe
Yeah,
you'll
hey, they say
you have
evaluation though. But it's more like
$50 to-
donation. Donation, but they only accept $50.
Oh.
Yep. Just double click on that. I think you have to click on the actual icon. There.
Here you go.
Yep, there you go. Just drag it on over.
To the applications?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Then you can just close that window, and now you should be able to search for fork. Can you do me a favor? It's not done copying, so you're not gonna be able to find it. Can you click on your Apple up in the corner of the screen, and then go to About This Mac? Because your Mac in general seems to be running slowly. Okay. That is fine. It will just be going a little slower than I'm used to.
MG.
He's got the fast Macs.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, actually, can you go back to your Apple again? There's something else I forgot to ask you to check. Go to still About This Mac. Go back to About This Mac. And there should be a storage button at the top. I want to make sure. Sometimes a Mac slows way down if it's got too much stuff stored. Oh, okay. No, you have like nothing stored on this. Okay.
I wonder why is it going so slow? Because
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And this is way newer. Mine was from 2012.
Yeah, because even with the even though the Mac shows that it has lower specs, you have nothing on it, barely any programs running. It should be flying.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
It's not the internet either.
No, it didn't appear to be because Fork downloaded immediately. That's why I wanted to check all of those things.
I see it in the corner.
Yep. It looks like it's still just chugging away over there on Brew.
What size computer I need with storage for all of this?
I'm sorry, what?
The computer, because I had a MacBook, but it didn't connect to the internet, and I was calling Apple, and accidentally, once I got them on the phone, I dropped the phone into the screen, and it cracked.
Oh no! Oh no!
That was a horrible day for me. I was like, I'm so sorry. We don't have to worry about connecting to the internet, but my screen is cracked now.
So you're saying like in general, what specs for a computer would be good
Yes.
to practice? A lot of times, if you get a job at a company, they'll give you a computer, which usually isn't very good, but but it's the one you'll have to use. But for your personal use, if you're a Mac user, any of the new MacBooks will work just fine. At least a half a terabyte of storage would be good because Mac's tools are, again, like I said, very bloated in terms of how much space they take up. Windows PCs, I'm not the person to help you with that. That would be one of these other gentlemen, I would imagine. I only use Macs. Even the I think the M2 MacBook Air just came out, fairly reasonably priced. Even the lowest tier one of those will clean up most computers.
Yeah, that is pretty slick, Gregory. Your Git branching tutorial seems pretty good.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. This is believe it or not, this is a large part of software development.
Yeah.
Waiting for
But if
stuff
I
to
have
download.
to, if I have to install, because my work computer is so slow, if I have to install an update to something or do something, I just mark it as a meeting for the day, because it'll just sit there forever, trying to update. So yeah, this is a great part of the of the software development. You actually do a very little writing of code.
A
There's
lot of thinking,
yeah.
waiting.
Reading log files.
Yep. At my my old company, was required to get up and take a walk for 10 minutes every hour.
That's a good idea.
There was only a specific amount of time where you were allowed to have 4 continuous hours of work, but only if you really wanted, and the rest of the time you had to get up and take walks.
Oh man, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds like
they know that if you just sit and stare at something all day, you're going to be less productive than if you're thinking about it. Or at least that company did.
Which Windows computers are good?
The I use an old enterprise laptop. It's starting to show its age, but it's like a Dell Latitude E5450. Mostly because it's like price to performance is pretty good.
There's
Mine
a
is-
lot more options when you come to Windows than there is for Mac, so it's harder to go through them all if you're getting a pre-built laptop.
Right, a Microsoft Surface is pretty good. They're more expensive, but they have that Mac-like experience of just working, hardware-wise at least.
Yep.
I might have to go for cheap this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, part of it also just depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing and what the budget for the computer is, because that will change.
Well, and just how much stuff you're having to store locally and how much you're having to run locally.
I have an external hard drive, but I don't know.
Okay, so it looks like you got to enter your password in.
No.
Should be your one. Yeah.
There we go.
getting close. Oh, boy.
Hey, something happened.
Hey, move forward. Excitement.
Oh, wait. Then we have to install Git, don't we?
Yes, you have to do
Oh, wait.
after.
No, wait. Xcode installed the tools. The Git is already installed. That was a Git.
Yeah, it might be.
That's Git.
Yep.
Right there. It's
Hey.
receiving deltas.
Yep, that's why I always say that Mac comes with Git, but it doesn't. It's just the first thing that I do is install Homebrew.
Yeah.
So I forget that it doesn't come with Git.
Congratulations. You've installed Git.
Well, almost.
Almost.
Glad to see Homebrew is still the way on this. I haven't touched a Mac in 10 years, but it was Homebrew back then also.
I mean, there may be something else, but I still always use Homebrew. If you're on a Windows, I use Chocolatey. But I don't use Windows very often, so there may be way better stuff than that, but that's what I use on Windows. And on Linux, I use apt-get.
How often do you use Linux, Dustin?
Not often, but I test games on it if I'm making something. I'm going through the first-person shooter demo right now, so I'm halfway through making one. Very, very PlayStation 1 first-person shooter.
Very Medal of Honor.
No, not even quite that. that nice looking.
Are we talking like Doom?
I think we're talking Mega Man Legends.
Yeah, well, no, not even that, because I'm just following the story. So the assets were given to me, but they're just like very blocky assets. And I'm following a tutorial for the third version of the game engine that I'm using, but I'm using the fourth version, so I'm having to figure out the changes as I go. Oh, I like this one. At least this one has like a percentage counter. We know how far away we are.
Yeah, really should do a shallow clone of something like this, right? Sherika, I did send you a GitHub invitation, so if you're able to get back to the GitHub page.
That's a thing that might be causing it, causing a slowdown. Each tab that you have open in a browser can cause a lot of slowdown. Not necessarily, but it can.
Okay.
So you probably want to try to have as few tabs open as possible, it seems.
So in the upper right corner, you should have a notification that I sent you an invitation.
It's spinning now.
Oh, you got the beach ball?
Yeah, it stopped finally.
There we go.
There we go.
So go to your little bell. I think the little bell in the. Hopefully that'll update when you click it. Yeah, it'll take you to the page. And just for clarification, what is your GitHub username? Sherika R?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes way more sense than Sherry Car, which is what I read it as. And I was like, that's so weird. But no, it makes way more
So
sense.
it may be in your email. Oh, no, there it is. Yep.
Found it.
There you go. Okay, so now once yeah. So now we just wait for Homebrew to finish installing, but then you should have Git already, and then we can start working on testing out some branch stuff.
Oh, we're
Oh,
going.
it's speeding up.
Yay. Let's see. Let me close this.
Yeah, I would open your other browser that you have that you just minimized. That's the yeah. You can close that too, but open the other instance of Safari you have down there on the bottom. Oh, okay, you closed quite a few of them, so that
Close Fort too.
yeah. There's no need close anything you don't need to have open right now.
Close that. Save. Close.
Okay, how's the terminal doing over there?
16%.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you know what that's doing? Okay, that's pulling all of the formulas. That's why it's taking so long.
Wow. I'm sorry, you guys.
Oh, that's okay.
No, this is once you have this tool installed, it'll be a lot easier to install new software as well. More than halfway there.
Yay!
We actually might be able to get started if you want to open up Fork, because that can.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see if it works. Just a command space and search for fork. And then you'll probably want to add it to your dock there at the bottom so you don't lose sight of it. There you go.
Did it go in the trash can?
Did it? It did look like it went in there.
Really? Like,
Oh no, so yeah, I don't think it'll go from there. Oh, maybe it will. Okay.
Let's see. Yes.
Oh no! What happened was you dragged it onto Visual Studio Code, and Visual Studio Code opened it.
Oh my God! Why? I put it beside it.
But it should be right there now. So it's on your
next to
bottom dock. There you go.
iTunes, in between iTunes and Apple TV.
Yep.
It's definitely thinking about it.
It's got to verify it. It's checking all the code signing.
Oh, okay. Thanks, App.
I have to do that when I open Chrome. I eventually just got rid of Chrome because it had to verify.
Stopped code signing.
No, it just that Apple started now. It verifies the code sign every time, like after like a certain amount. And if it didn't come from the App Store, and since Chrome isn't on the App Store, or it's not on the Mac App Store at least, it's on the iOS one. But
It's your username.
and so I think this can be anything that you want.
Yeah, you're just setting up Git config at the moment. So whatever your GitHub email is probably what you want to use. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. Okay. Otherwise, it won't work.
Great. Yeah. Okay. It's opened.
There
Cool.
we go. We should
Okay,
be able to clone.
So now you're going to go back to the Soft Guild GitHub page. And you're going to go to the class notes repository. Okay. And then in the upper right corner, there's a green button that says code. Click that. You should be able to copy that.
Yep, there you go.
And then what you can do is go back to fork. And you want to clone or go to repositories, maybe quick launch. What does quick launch do?
I've never used quick launch, so I'm not sure. No, I think it's just bringing up the. So yeah, at the top, if you focus fork, click on fork. Just click on the window.
This-
Anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't matter where. Just click on it somewhere. Fork doesn't seem to be focusing. Slack is focused for some reason. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at my Mac. Yeah, go to the corner where it says fork.
In the upper left, by the Apple icon.
Yeah, it says fork up there.
This
In
one?
the left hand corner
Oh.
of your computer screen with the Apple,
Look.
click back on fork.
Yeah, and
now,
then you'll
see how it's changed to fork up there in the corner.
Yeah, right.
And you want to go to file, I believe, next to it. It's right next to where it says fork at the top,
File.
I believe, and then there's clone.
Yeah, that's the one. And then it should open up a dialog where you just paste. Oh, it's already got
And it
it.
already has it there for you. If you have it in your clipboard and it's a repository, it puts it in.
Yay!
So, yep, as long as you know where that location is on your computer, you can get to it.
Okay.
Then clone it there. If you don't, then click on the little file icon and find a location on your computer that you know how to get to easily.
I should be able to find it there.
Okay.
Spotlight's pretty good too. You just type command space.
What happened? How did we get here? The screen just updated for me. Did you clone the repository?
Yeah, I hit clone, but it took me
There you go.
somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay, so if you'll look, you'll see all of the commits I did on the master and feature change layout branches. But you'll see that I also merged the feature change layout branch. So you'll see that little yellow branch going into the orange branch. And when I say branch, I just mean the little circle.
Yeah, see the orange with the yellow thing coming out of it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's your trunk. The orange thing is your trunk, and then the yellow is your branches.
Okay.
And I think they'll always be they'll have random colors when they come out to help you identify them.
The other thing I did just before this meeting is you can go to, let me pull it up.
Do I have to run brew to help get started?
No, it should have everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's brew help, and that is in the terminal over there. That's just to show you all the different brew commands.
But because Git was installed before brew, we don't need to install Git now.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can go ahead and close out that terminal if you'd like.
Okay.
So the next step is you're going to go to the link I just sent you. It's on the bottom right. Yep. So if you click that.
Hold on, I gotta step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
So this is the program we've been working on for the past 2 weeks. Once it loads, it should, yeah. So you'll see this is the hello world not read. And if you refresh the page by, do you have an F5 key or, oh no, that is the refresh. Sorry, I couldn't see it.
Sorry. Close.
Yeah, and then the pop-ups are being blocked, so you see the little red icon.
Here. Oh.
So if you click that and allow. Oh wait, that's not it. Did I do something bad in Safari? Well, that's neither here nor there. So what we're going to make a change on now, we shouldn't have pop-ups in this. So we're going to take the pop-ups out. So what you're going to do is open up the class notes folder in Visual Studio Code. I believe it was class notes at the top.
Top class notes.
All right, so in the index HTML file, that's what puts the web page out to GitHub. We're going to take out, we're going to delete lines 29 through 35. Just copy or select all of those and then just delete it. Make sure you don't forget the extra C. Yep. And then just get that last line and we'll save that and all right, so it's saved. So now what we can do is go back to fork. And if you look on the upper left, well, okay, so underneath the red, green, and yellow buttons, there's class notes, right?
Uh-huh.
And then local changes shows one local change.
So you click on that. You probably want to make your window a little bit bigger. The fork window.
Yep.
There you go.
So
you
you'll see where we took out all of the prompts from this file.
And then replaced it with nothing. Because you
Right.
see the green is what you replaced it with.
Oh, wow.
So now what we want to do is push it up to GitHub. But there's a couple of steps we have to do first, because in software, you don't want to change things willy-nilly. So we're not going to commit directly to the master branch. What we're going to do is create a new branch.
Okay.
So to do that, you can...
So right next to where it says class notes in the middle there, you'll see a button that says branch. It's in the middle of the fork window.
In the middle.
On the top. And then to your right, there you go. This is branch. So click on that. There's like a drop down button above it. And then new branch.
And we're going to call this remove dash prompts.
Note dash.
That's it.
Create and check out.
Yep.
And so now you're on.
Right. So Git has this way of thinking about branches where you can create a branch but not be on it. So you do want to make sure when you create a new branch that it says you are on it, and you can tell that you're on it because it's been bolded.
And there's a check mark.
Right.
Oh, over here on the corner. Okay.
Over on the left. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and commit this. To do that, at the bottom of your screen. Oh, sorry, not at the bottom of your screen. To do that, there's a couple of steps. Do you see the index HTML file in the unstaged window in the middle? Yeah.
Yes.
So what you want to do is stage that. So do that. I think you just click the stage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now it's moved to staged.
Right. So now we have a commit that we want to. Now that we have changes we want to commit. So what you'll do is you'll go to the commit subject line at the bottom of the fork window. There's a field to enter some text. And so what you're going to do is just type remove prompts in normal English kind of parlance.
Yeah, this is just so that other people know what you did.
Right.
And then if you want to leave a longer description, you can click on the description and leave that. However, I think in this case, we changed so little that there doesn't need to be a longer description. But sometimes you've made very complicated changes, so you'd add them here.
Right.
Okay.
So you can hit commit one file. And now you're almost done. At the top, you'll see there's buttons that say fetch, pull, and push.
Yes.
And you want to hit the push button.
It may prompt you for a username and password, but I don't think it will. Yeah, that's what you want.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is username for GitHub.
So that should be share. Yep, got it.
And then the password for GitHub.
I have an error.
Did GitHub remove the ability to?
Yeah, they did. Okay, so we're going to create you a personal access token in GitHub so you can push this up. This is super annoying, and I'm sorry you have to deal with it. GitHub decided it was in everybody's best interest to remove password authentication. So if you'll go back to GitHub, we'll basically create a new password for you.
And
this not a new password, but an alternate password.
Yes, and this will when you get it, the first thing that you should do is copy it and put it in your notes because you will never ever be able to view it again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they take it seriously. So in your upper right corner by your avatar.
Should we turn off recording?
Yeah. Yeah, so actually, if you'll get to it and then stop sharing your screen.
Okay.
Because
so
we're not supposed to see it.
Yeah, you want to go to settings first.
Presentation. You say go to settings first?
Yeah, I'll follow along on my side. So you'll go to settings, right?
Okay.
And then you want to go to password and authentication.
Is this where it is?
No, I don't think so. So you want to go to settings and then click developer settings at the bottom.
Might have to scroll. There you go. And then there's the PAC at the bottom, personal access token. And then before you hit generate, stop sharing with us.
Okay.
Since this is not our business. But I do want you to, when you generate, you should get a token. It should be a long series of numbers and letters.
Okay.
Copy that and put it in a note somewhere because you will never get one. You can make a new one at any time, but you'll have to re-put it in everywhere, but you'll never be able to view this one again from GitHub.
It's asking me what is the token for class?
Yeah, that's what I put. Education.
It's just like a kind of a notes thing.
Do I have to select any of these boxes?
No, I'm not looking at it. Jonathan, are you there? Or you need me to log on?
So what are you doing?
It asked me what was it for. I typed in for class.
Yep, that's a note.
Okay.
And then she said there's something else after that.
There's expiration. You want no expiration.
Okay. No expiration, and it says select the scopes.
This is where I'm not sure if you want to give it everything. You probably want to give it everything.
Give it everything?
Yeah, just click all the boxes.
Okay.
Because this is your personal admin token, basically.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to give this everything if you had one for a company.
Yeah, for work, they would give you the scopes they would want you to use.
There's also another way to do this that I use, which is SSH.
And generate.
I don't use.
It used to be so much easier. SSH is never mind.
SSH is nice and easy. I like it. I just have to.
Erica, you wanna open up the terminal again?
No, we can do. We've already done the PAC. We can do it that way. I'm just for future reference. There's another way.
Yeah. So this is where Saturday was such a problem because I kept trying to show everybody all the different ways to do things, and that didn't help.
Yeah. So no, we should just stick with one way, and people can learn other ways later when they know what they're doing.
Right. I'm trying to put it in my notes.
Oh, will it not paste?
I don't see the notes opening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to find
somewhere
that.
you'll be able to find it again. That's really
Yeah, it doesn't matter where, just somewhere where you're not gonna lose it.
Okay, here it go. Welcome to notes. Finally. It's taking a minute for it to. Yeah, quit FaceTime because I didn't even ask for that. Let's see, continue. Okay. New note. Okay. Make sure this is right. Yep. All right, I got it saved in my notes now. Get off of the screen.
Yeah,
Yep.
so get off of that. You should be so hide it in your notes, and we may be able to help you with the next piece. So, Dustin,
Yeah, Jonathan should share his screen and then show you.
yeah,
with his personal access token.
let me go ahead and that's exactly what I should do while we're recording. I should just have a dummy one, right? That I could.
Yeah, you can just put a fake thing in and not have to go all the way through. It could be any random letters and numbers.
All right, let me share my screen. I'm downloading Fork to illustrate that. So let me open up Fork.
Is he blurry for everyone else or just me?
Is my screen blurry?
It is okay. I didn't want to do. I turned my camera off earlier because it helped, but now it's not. So maybe it was just a timing thing. It didn't have anything to do with my camera.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, your screen's very blurry right now, so that you know. Oh, you could probably even use your real personal access token and no one will be able to read it anyway.
Let me see if I can try again. Still blurry?
No, it hasn't loaded for me yet. Yep, it's still blurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time, after like 2 minutes, it became clear, so I didn't know if it was just a timing. I thought it coincided with me turning my camera off, so that's what I thought it was. I thought I was pushing out too much bandwidth, but
Maybe.
But apparently it had nothing to do with that because it's blurry again.
Accounts. So what you want to do is go to accounts, add a GitHub account, and then log in, and then you can use your personal access token. So you paste it in there. So once again, let me go back.
So can you tell what he's doing?
So you'll go to File, there should be a place called accounts. Right. So I wish I could zoom in.
Doesn't really matter because it's just a big blur.
Right. So in Windows, at least, about fourth from the bottom is an accounts ... And that brings up this window, which allows you to plus or minus an account. So you can add or remove an account. So you hit add, GitHub. That'll bring up this window, which lets you use OAuth or personal access token. We're going to use personal access token. And then you'll paste in your token there. So why don't you go ahead and give that a shot, Sharika?
Okay.
Bye, Gregory.
Bye, everyone.
Hi. Let's see. I can
Oh.
see now.
I thought you guys were saying hi, and I'm like, he's been here the whole time. I just saw his note.
He only posted it like 2 seconds ago. So
Oh, okay.
Dustin,
like-
are you still on Teams?
Am I on it?
Are you still on Microsoft Teams?
I have an account. I don't have it. I don't have it on my computer. I'd have to download it.
What do you guys use?
Me? Oh, WebEx.
Gee, I use WebEx.
It's awful, but we use Slack for BTG, but Site 1 uses WebEx. Which actually, to be fair, WebEx is nicer than Slack for the features that we're using.
Yeah.
Teams is just nicer than all of them that I've used. At least the way we had it set up at EY, maybe they had to pay a bunch of money for that. I don't know, but it was very nice. You could type a chat into your chat, like start build for brand or for environment, and then DevOps would immediately kick off a build. It's great.
Azure DevOps would.
Yep, because we had full Microsoft integration.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Could you show me one time? I don't know. Somehow.
Yes.
Oh, your screen is clear.
Oh, my screen is clear now. Okay, so file accounts.
We're in Fork, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So file accounts.
That should open up a window that kind of looks like this. There it is.
Let's see. I just see new window, new tab, create, clone, open, recent task, quick launch.
Under file or under fork?
Under Fork. Oh, I'm under.
Yeah, you want to go to file.
The file. His will look different because he's on a Windows. He won't have the fork button that you have.
Oh. And then on mine, what do I don't. Is it?
Everything else should be the same. It just once you go to the file tab, there should be accounts. Let me open my fork and see.
Yeah.
I don't use it on the Mac very often. I always use it on Windows. So what did you go to, Jonathan? Can you show me?
Yeah, I went to file.
Oh, it's under Fork.
Oh, is it? Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is. It is under fork. It is under fork. You're right.
Okay.
Okay. It says add an account.
There should be a plus or minus button in this window.
There is. Yep.
So you hit that, and it'll bring up all these different Git providers. You want to use GitHub.
Okay.
And you'll click login. It'll bring up another window. Then you do personal access token, and you paste in your token, and then it should let you sign in. I'm not going to put mine in.
Yeah, I kept losing mine and kept having to re-enter it for some reason. It wasn't holding on to it, and so that's why I used SSH.
Yeah.
I don't know why I kept losing it. I didn't think it. I thought I was supposed to hold on to it for you, the personal access token, but it wasn't.
Yeah, and SSH is a very important web development tool to.
Let's see. It didn't ask me for my token. It just asked me for my password into Office.
No, you have to. So you have to select. There's a login for GitHub.com, OAuth, and then you have to drop the drop down, and there'll be personal access token.
There should be a drop down that lets you.
Let me make sure it's the same for Mac.
Let's see. GitHub. Login.
Yeah, it's the same for Mac.
Personal token. Okay.
Yep.
And then
Then you'll just paste it in there, and it should be blurred out where we can't see it. But
there you go. And then hit close.
Hit sign in.
Sign in. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm in.
Okay, so now you should be able to share your screen again. So I'm gonna stop presenting. Make sure your notes are cleared from the screen, or not visible when you share your screen.
Where are those things? Okay. Here we go. Present now.
Okay, you should be able to close that. And now you should be able to hit push. And all other things being equal, you should be able to, because I granted you access.
All right, now hit push again.
yeah, now we shouldn't. Oh no,
No.
access was denied.
Permission. So this is good. We're making progress. I just need to add permission to share card to, let's see, go
You
to.
make sure we add it to everyone for people trying to do this on their own.
Right. Yeah. So I guess I'll add people, and then we need to go to this one. Need to go to people. Need to go to here. We need to manage access. You have read. Okay, so how do I give it to you?
I don't know.
Go here. Change role.
Oh, is this a private repository?
No, I don't think so. I think I just need to go to the repository settings and go to collaborators and teams. Go to add people. Yep, and you have right. Okay, so you should be able to push now.
Okay.
All the puppets dance to the tune. Computers do your work.
It's pushing.
Let's see if I can see the bench. Let's go to code. Failed to load. Why is GitHub so slow? There it is. Okay, I have removed prompts. I can see it. Okay, so now the final step to get this into live environment is go to GitHub, go back to GitHub. And then what you're going to do is create a pull request, which will ask the owner of the repository to pull in the changes to the master branch. And you'll do that. I mean, I did several times this week alone.
Let me see. On here, back. Go back to class notes.
Class notes. And you'll see right at the top, it says compare and pull request, remove prompts. And that's all the information I need because we walked through this change together.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do is hit create pull request and I will approve it and then we'll put it in production.
Yay!
Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Share now. So just to illustrate, I'm going to refresh this page. And you'll see I get the prompt. So let's say David. Hello, David. And my name. And if you hit nothing, it'll say oh,
You're really blurry again, just so you know.
That's great. Okay. But you are seeing the pop-up window, right?
Well, yeah, we just can't tell what it says. This is the one we made for the app. Okay.
For the class, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So now, if I go over here, I should see I have one pull request, and I know what's in this pull request. And this is where you go through a process called code review. This is
there we go. Can see now.
Right. This is where I would look at your pull request and ask you to make changes if anything was good. But since I told you to do this, I'm not going to ask you to make any more changes. But it has a lot of tools where I can comment on specific lines and so on and so forth, and you'll get emails and updates on everything. But I'll just go ahead and merge this.
How do you approve in? Oh, okay, because I've never done this from GitHub. Okay, cool.
Ship it. Okay, so changes are approved.
Merge.
And hit merge. Confirm the merge.
I can see everything changing.
Yep.
Should update in fork as well. You should see the branch change.
You may have to run git fetch.
I think Git runs that, or fork runs that periodically.
Yeah.
But yes, you can hit the fetch button to force it.
Ooh, I see. Feature change layout. Remove prompts. Origin /
Oh wait, did we not close the? Oh.
Did you not what?
We didn't close the branch when we merged it, but that's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we can hold on to the branch.
Let's view the deployments. So this is where GitHub can kind of be slow to put the change out there, but it will eventually catch up.
Are you running it from GitHub?
Yes.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, you have to pull the changes, Jonathan. I didn't know you could run for. I don't use GitHub for anything. I use software called DevOps because I run entirely Microsoft land.
So now, if you go to that URL I put up before, you'll notice it's not putting up a prompt. Like if I refresh now, I'm still getting the hello world in the console. Right, so there's hello world, but it's not
Prompting us.
propped up. So you just made your first change and pushed it live to a production environment, Sherika.
Yay!
Great job.
Thank you. I see it's the whole thing is going.
So, how long were you planning on being on here, Jonathan?
Till 9. I don't think anyone else is going to join now.
No, I didn't think so. I wanted to know if you wanted to see, since you're here, Sherika, and if you truly want to learn this, it might be good if you could walk us through the process of making a branch, making a small change,
Oh my God.
staging, pushing, and committing, and giving a pull request to Jonathan.
Yeah. So as a goal, we want to put your first name on the page or your username on the page, right?
Uh-huh.
So how about we do that? So go ahead and walk through the process of that.
And share your screen so we can see you do it.
And you feel free to ask us questions as you're talking through and telling us what you just learned.
Yeah. This is not a test. This is a reinforcement.
Right. So it's like tell them what they need to know. Tell them what you told them, and then get them to tell you what you told them. Is kind of how I've been taught how to teach. So.
Yep.
Okay.
So our request is that you display username to the page. Is that correct, Jonathan?
Your,
That our ask.
you put your username on the page.
Yeah, not mine, but Jerica's.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see if I can remember this. All the steps. Okay. Where is?
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. So what is the first? Tell me what the first step you're trying to do is. What's the first thing you need to do?
I'm trying to find the thing.
What thing? To place the right code, the place to make
Yeah.
a branch. So Visual Studio Code is down there at the bottom of your screen. You can see it open.
Okay.
Right there. There
Yeah,
you go.
that's what I was looking for. I was like, oh my god, I cannot remember the name.
Okay.
So to add this, I can type in my name right here, but
Yeah, you want to add your username to it, and that so you're writing in the script area. So you're
Right.
writing in the area for JavaScript. I don't know how Jonathan wants this change, but a way that you could do it is we'll wait for Jonathan for the actual specifics, but just as a very basic, how would you put this in the HTML to always say "Hello World, Sherika"? How would you make that if you wanted it on a separate line? If you wanted "Hello World" on one line and then Sherika on the next line,
I would hit
where
the new line.
where would you write that?
I would. We have to do this, right? The little
Yes, but again, you're inside the area where you see the script tag. In that area, everything has to be JavaScript. It can't be
No,
HTML.
it can't be HTML.
But you see above that, where you have the H1,
Yeah.
all that is HTML. So you can write, and that's where your hello world is showing up and your not red is showing up. And if you look at the web page, you'll see that it says hello world and not red.
And not red.
So where would you type in order to get Sherika to show up?
I would type. Let's see. This was not red. In between the prompts.
The paragraph tags?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you would type. So you'd make a new line after hello world.
After this one?
Hello
The
world
one
down there. See the H1
Yeah,
tag?
this one.
See where the P tag?
Yeah.
And
Underneath.
it says hello world. That's
Yeah.
your code that's showing up on the page. So the in between there, you'd put a new P tag.
Okay, so I would do this.
So you want to go to a new line to make it easy to read.
Okay.
There you go.
This P this.
Okay. And that would always show your username to the screen.
Okay.
Now, Jonathan may want you to do this dynamically. So I don't know if he wants you to do that. But for now, let's say that this is acceptable.
Yeah,
for now.
We'll work on querying the GitHub API to see who's logged in later.
Yep. So we'll say this is acceptable for now. So now we want to get your change. We want to make sure your change is saved and that it's showing up correctly on the web page. So how would you go about that? I need to step away this time. Sorry.
Okay. I am going to go here back to class notes. I'm gonna do the
one thing you do want to make sure though is that it is saved. So if you go back to Visual Studio Code, there's a helpful little dot on the tab that says index HTML. And if there's a dot there, that means you have unsaved changes. So if you just hit Command S, that should go ahead and save changes.
Command S.
Boom. The dot went away.
Yep.
Yep. You're on the right track.
Okay.
I just didn't want you to get disappointed when there weren't any changes showing up.
Great. So I'll go over here, start a new branch.
Correct. Now, before you do this, you're currently on remove prompts, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what's currently the base changes, right?
Right.
So what you're going to need to do, and this is a little bit different, is you're going to need to go back to master and then pull the changes that were merged to master. So you're basically transforming the master branch into what was the remove prompts branch.
Okay. So hit pull.
Yep.
Pull.
Right. You did need to switch to the master branch. You see how you're still in bold on remove prompts?
Yeah. This one. And then pull.
No.
No?
Hit cancel. You need to check out the master
So
branch.
don't check out the master branch yet.
Okay.
First, go to local changes.
Looking local changes. Oh.
And there's your change. So Jonathan, do you want her to how do we want it? Huh?
But do it off of master.
Okay. So yeah, if she switches, she should bring those changes along. But I don't know if it's gonna let her.
So this is another useful tool then. So do you see the stash button?
Yes.
Go ahead and click that. Save snapshot.
Give it a name.
Yep. Just say just temporary for now or something, or username add. Yeah, that'll work. User. Okay.
Did it do it?
Yeah, so on the left-hand side, you should have a stashes section.
Oh, okay, I see. Below branches and remotes and tags on the left-hand side, the column over there on the left.
Left, right.
Yeah. So
See where it says master and remove prompts over there on your left?
Yes.
Keep going down past all that, and there's stashes.
Stashes. User.
There you go, and there's your stash. Okay.
So what you can do now is go back to right-click on the master branch, not in the column where it says branch.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. You right-click there. You should be able to check out to that.
Yeah, do control click.
Oh, sorry, control click.
Click.
Does that just fetch? It looks like.
No, it should. Control click should work.
Let's see, control. Let's do it. Control click.
There you go. And then you can hit checkout.
Yep.
Don't change.
Ooh, that's
See
nice.
See that's
That's nice. I like that. All right. So you can hit discard because we saved the stash.
Awesome. And check out.
So now you can do a poll.
okay.
And now
Now you can make a new branch from master called added username. And if you just write a space, yeah, it'll automatically put dashes there.
Yay!
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're on the branch too. So now what you can do is right click on your user stash in the left side. You remember, yep.
Yep, control click and apply. There you go. And see now if you check local changes at the top, your change will be back. So now what's the next step to get this up into GitHub?
The rest we've done before.
We're going to request.
Well, right now the change is not on GitHub, so you can't make that pull request.
Oh, we can't make that? Okay. I'm forgetting steps here. I should have wrote them down. Stay.
The recording is here.
So,
you can.
so if it helps you right now, as you figure them out, write them down.
Okay.
So you don't forget to do it twice.
Right.
Where did I do my notebook? Ah, here you go. Here's the pen. Okay. So
So you see how index.html is in the unstaged area? How do we get
Yes.
it down to the staged area?
we click on it and hit stage.
Okay, so write that down. Things will start unstaged, and you have to get them to be staged. And the reason that it's like this right now, you only have one change, so right now it doesn't really matter. But if you made hundreds of changes, and some of them they didn't work, and you didn't want to go back and delete them, you could just click on the ones that you want to stage and put those and discard everything else.
Oh wow.
So yep, that sounds like a good title. What's the next thing you have to do?
And hit commit one file.
Okay. And then what's the next step to get it to GitHub?
To get it to GitHub, go back to.
It's not in GitHub yet. You have to get it from your computer into GitHub.
On my computer.
You remember how we pulled to get changes from master? There's an opposite function to use. So it's not pulling, it's
Pushing.
that's correct.
There you go. So write that down now that you have that step.
And then push.
Mm-hmm.
I remember how to pull.
Yeah.
And now it's successfully in GitHub.
Okay. Now we can go over here.
And see, there's that line right there at the top. It says added username.
Compare and pull requests.
Not seeing it yet.
So then you have one more step.
Right here, username added and create pull request.
There you go.
The question is GitHub fancy enough to open up immediately?
Okay, and now you, I believe, are done. It is now Jonathan.
Yep.
Go back here.
So now, if Jonathan approves this, when everyone pulls on Saturday's class, they'll see your name on their website.
They was like, oh my God, what happened?
Okay. I went ahead and approved it.
Yay!
Hit merge.
So a good thing to do would be to make a couple more changes and practice that when we're not here watching you, and submit another pull request to Jonathan now that you have the steps written down.
Okay.
And just practice until it becomes like a second nature to do this process, because you shouldn't in the future, as you get better, you shouldn't really have to think about this process. It just should be something that happens because you do it so often.
Right.
Yeah. So getting the reps in and
yeah, I mean, really, it is.
Right. They made us do this in high school, like they were playing.
Yep.
okay, I think I merged it. Let me check. Yep, it's in there. So let me check the actual page. Yep, your name is showing up in Burleywood, and it looks great.
All right.
That is sort of the ins and outs. There's a lot more you can do with Git, but just focus on the fundamentals and
Yeah.
get
So
those.
so try to practice that a few times and submit some PRs for Jonathan or myself. I guess I have the power to approve those, right?
I can add you. I don't think I've added you yet. I'll
Okay.
need to add everyone who's in the class to at least create branches outside of master.
Okay. But probably just me, you,
I
and
can add you
Gregory can
too, yeah.
approve.
Make you guys both owners of the organization.
Will it send me an email if I'm so that I know? Because otherwise, I'm not gonna be I don't ever use GitHub. I'm always using DevOps, so I'll never see this if if it doesn't send me an email or a text or something.
What's your instead I could probably just send you an email. So Dustin Hitzing
At Gmail. Mm-hmm.
Cool. It'll be in your email, and I'll send you as an owner.
Cool.
I'll give you full administrative rights.
Okay, but what I meant is there a way to have it notify us when a pull request has been made?
Yes.
Okay.
That is on your side, though. I don't think I can send you emails.
I gotcha. Okay. There's no like super admin role where you can force me to get emails.
Yep. That would be really cool, but I think that would be a violation of like privacy laws and stuff.
GitHub Copilot is sold as a commercial product, and it can put my code up there and let people steal it. So I feel like they don't care too much about that.
No, probably not. However, GitHub is an industry standard, so that's why we're using it, and it's also got plenty of free services. But part of the problem is they use it to steal your code.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else? Do we have anything else to go over tonight?
No, I think that's it. I'll post the tutorial that Gregory sent, but it may just be better to post the recording and just have people start creating pull requests. And such.
Yeah, and do you have any questions for us, Sherika?
No, I was just gonna go back and watch the old videos, like the first 2 classes, and just take some more notes.
Okay.
If I do, just reach out to you on Slack.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Just go to the Learning How to Code channel and do an @ here, and myself, Gregory, Dustin, or Zachary Alexander will reach out to you to help out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't always get notifications. I'm not sure why, but I will try to periodically check. I'm going to be on vacation for the next till July 5th, so I will still be trying to check Slack though to help people out.
Okay, awesome. Are we doing a class? Yeah, we're doing one this weekend.
Yes.
July weekend, are we doing one?
No.
Okay.
We'll do a makeup longer day, I think, at some point in the future, but
okay.
Yep.
And we're working on some other things to sort of get a goal for the software teams or the team to work towards. I reached out to some folks that might need some help writing some software, like nonprofits and stuff, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right, awesome.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you for your help.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Hey. So,
Later.
Good job.
Oh, thanks.
Good job. That's
That's
infinite